Hey guys, so today I'm starting a new series on my YouTube channel where I am going to be taking on the task of remodeling every single lot on The Sims 4. And not only am I going to be remodeling every lot, I'm also going to be giving every single default family a makeover, and if the house does not come with a family, well, I'm going to create it. So yes, this is basically a ginormous Sims 4 default makeover, and yeah, so we're starting this, and we are starting with creating a family for a house in Willow Creek. This family is made up of two Sims, a mother and a daughter. The mother is Renee Newberry, who we are creating right now, and she's an artist, and unfortunately being an artist does not pay well, so I am going to be moving them in to one of the smallest lots on Willow Creek. I will put a picture on the screen to show you which one I mean. But yeah, this is kind of like one of the first houses that I think I ever played with on The Sims 4. And it's kind of like my default go-to house whenever I create a new family to move into Willow Creek. And so yeah, that's where we're going to be moving them into. You guys are going to see the build mode part of the video soon, but I decided to start with the create a sim part. This should hopefully be the format that I go for the rest of these videos, so there will always be a create a sim where I either create a new family or do a makeover of an existing family, and then we will move on to the build mode part of the video. So yeah. Right now we're creating the daughter, who is Paige. She is creative just like her mother, and I'm not really sure what the future has in store for Paige, but she's still quite young, so she has a lot of time to figure it out. And yeah, so if we move on to the house, now this is like the first time that I've ever attempted something like this, so I wasn't really sure how I wanted to approach the makeover part of the video, but I just wanted to keep it very simple, as in I wasn't going to tear down a house and rebuild a completely new one. I just kind of wanted to enhance what was already there and, you know, actually make it look like a house that people live in, because a lot of the default lots on The Sims are kind of basic. They just have the basic furnishings and things that you need, but I wanted to add more than that. I wanted it to actually look like this family lived here, so yeah. Did not do any big changes in terms of like remodeling the house. I just kind of added to it, and I think this is kind of the way that I will continue with the series. I might in the future do a tiny bit more remodeling of the house in terms of like actually changing the structure of it and things. But for the most part, I want to keep the houses as close to their original state as possible. I just want to enhance upon them. And so yeah, that's what I'm doing here. Just adding some furnishing and things around the house. Adding things like cracks and stuff in the walls to make it look a little bit more run down. But at the same time, adding furniture and things that, you know, make it look like our Sims made it a nice place to live. Like I said before, our main Sim, Renee, is a struggling artist, so she doesn't have a lot of money, so the house is a little bit run down, but she does her best to make it look like a home and make it a little bit more cozy for her and her daughter to live. I know when you really look at it, it probably looks like I didn't do that much to it, but I was kind of just working with the funds that the household already had, and also like I said, I didn't want to like remodel the entire house. I mean, I probably could have done that, and you know, the house probably would have turned out a lot better and a lot fancier, but because this was like the first time that I was doing this kind of thing and sort of experimenting with it, I kind of wanted to go as simple as possible. I feel like as soon as we get into remodeling houses that have existing families in them, that's probably where I'm going to be able to do the most in terms of redecorating and stuff like that. Because the pre-existing families in The Sims I don't usually play with, but I feel like it'll be really fun to give them makeovers and give their houses more personality to suit their style. With the houses that don't have Sims in them, like this one where I'm creating a family, I probably won't spend that much time on it, if I'm honest. I will try and create a family with a vibe and try and decorate their house accordingly and just go from there, because if I'm being honest, this is probably the save game where I'm probably going to do the most work, but in terms of actually playing in the families and stuff, I don't know how much of that I'm actually going to do. But who knows, maybe I will go in the future. I feel like this will be like the perfect save game where I can just like chop and change between families to play with, because they'll all have a certain amount of setup in the background going on, as in they'll be dressed appropriately, because I feel like some Sims have really badly generated random clothes, and they'll also have a nice house that I built and want to play in. So yeah, I feel like this will be the perfect save game to chop and change households, because everything will be built up and pretty. I don't know if I'm going to be putting these households or the builds on the gallery. I don't really know if that's something you guys want, but for right now I'm kind of just doing it for personal use. And even though I said that I wouldn't really be having a lot of playtime in the households, I will play in them a little bit, just to build up a little bit of a story when it comes to the Sims, and actually give them skills and careers and stuff like that, because you know, obviously when you start out a new save game, like, your Sims don't have careers and your Sims don't have skills. So I will play in the households a little bit just to, you know, start it off, if you know what I mean. But in terms of like actually going back and playing fully, I don't know how much I'm going to do of that. But yeah. Anyway, I think that's everything that I wanted to say for this first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. And let me know in the comments below if you do want me to put the families and the remodeled houses on the gallery, because I can easily do that for you if you would like. And yeah, also let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions for the series. It is going to be a long one. And yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!